All right, so what we're going to do today is the universal law of gravitation. We're going to work on problem 2 today, so I'm going to show you an example of how to do that. We're going to use the p-guess process that we always use. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to identify the givens and the unknown. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a pen, all right, and I'm going to pick a color. In this case, I like blue, all right, and I'm going to pick out what are the givens inside the problem. All right, so the first thing is the given is Earth. Gentlemen. All right, I'm going to make Earth mass 1. It doesn't really matter which one is mass 1 or mass 2. All right, so Earth is going to be mass 1. The Sun is going to be mass 2. And we have the distance between them is right here, 1.49 times 10 to the 11 meters. All right, our goal is to go over here is to find the force of gravity. Right, how much force is between those two objects? So that is our givens and our unknown. Except for we have one more given that we didn't write here. What is always a given in gravity? Universal constant. Good. So we call that capital G. The universal constant is what? Anyone remember the number? 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11. Good. It's a very, very small number. All right, so there we go, 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11, and that is the gravitational constant. So the next thing that we do in p-guess is we write down the equation. So the force of gravity is equal to the gravitational constant times your first mass times your second mass, and you go over the distance squared. Do not forget to square. That is the number one mistake students make, is to not square that distance. The next step in the p-guess process is to substitute your numbers in. The way I'm going to show you is the way you would put it exactly into the calculator. So watch what I do. Everything goes in brackets. You don't have to put times when you put it in the calculator. So just as I write it, that's how you would put it in the calculator. So here we go. We're going to put in our G first. So the G is going to go first. So we're going to put in an open bracket and put in our gravitational constant. 6.67 times 10, I'm going to raise it up to the negative 11th power, and I close the bracket. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is just open up a new bracket. I do not have to hit the times. It'll automatically do it for me. And I'm going to put my first mass. My first mass is 1.49 times 10, and I'm going to raise that up to the 11th power. And then finally, mass 2, I'm going to open up a new bracket, and I'm going to put the Sun, which is mass 2 times 10 to the 30th power. Oops, I did that wrong, so let me undo one or erase. Let's see how I can do this. Can I erase like I do it? Yeah, look at that. Oh, nice. Maybe. We'll try it. All right. I got to practice with that, so never mind. So I'll practice. Let's keep going. Raise that up. Raise that up to the 11th power. And close it. All right, once I have those three things on there, the next thing that I'm going to do is enter the top. So I would hit enter right here. All right, and after I enter it, now I can start going down to the bottom, and I could start to divide down here. So then I would divide and do my division at the bottom. Not right now. Nope. All right, so here we go. The distance is 1.49 times 10. Raise it up to the 11th power. That will go in brackets. Why is that going to go in brackets? Because we are going to square that, and you don't want to square scientific notation. Yes, sir. For the Earth. All right, so good call. So I am going to scratch this out because that is the wrong thing. So we found out that there was a mistake. I'm going to make it green, and Earth is actually 5.98 times 10, raise that up to the 24th power, and I will close that. So that's what goes there. Thank you for that. All right, so the last thing I would do is after I'm done, don't forget to square. So I would square this and put that in a bracket so I don't screw up. All right, after I do that, I'm going to hit enter for the last time, and that is going to give me my answer. So I would just plug it in the calculator just the way you would see it here. All right, so I'm going to pause. All right, so I have my final answer, and the final answer comes out to the force of gravity is equal to 2.220 times 10, and we're going to raise that to the 22nd power in newtons. There's your answer. And done.